Hi, I'll be sharing with you the first gift in this book by Danielle Mays Amato. The book is called The Hidden Memories of Objects, and this is the first book I got from them that's hardcover. I know they have previously had another book that was also hardcover, but I didn't start until after that. And this first gift is on page 28, which is very early in the book. In this scene, one of the main characters, her name was Megan, and she have a knack of really enjoying arts and craft related kind of thing, which is she likes to use mixed medias to create collages. So here in this part, her brother, which the story basically started off with her brother passing away and dying, and she is using objects that are in relation to her brother to create collages. And in this part, she is going to pull out something that she needs in order to create collages. So I'm gonna be starting off at the very beginning right here. I shoved the ticket stub into my pocket where my hand brushes against my scissors. They were my constant companion, a pair of little gold embroidery shears shaped like a stork. The blades were his beak, the handles his feather and feet. The scissors even have a letter, chef, that prevents embarrassing injuries. As I looked at all the things Tyler had left behind, I pulled out the shears and turned them over in my hand. Why the hell not, I thought. Tyler was gone. Mom has said it herself. Whatever had made these things special were gone with him. And like Mom said, nothing could bring him back. So this sticky was right here where she described how she has a pair of scissors in her pocket. And from my last video, I mentioned that there was a feeling like there was a pair of scissors in here. And from the description, I'm pretty sure it is a pair of gold scissors. So this is me opening it, and I was right. And these are really pretty in detail. Look at that. Let me see if I can get it to focus. This kind of reminds me of scissors at work. How am I supposed to open this? Oh, I am so stupid. There is a little plastic thing here to prevent it from opening. So, it does look like a pair of a stork. It does look like a stork. Look at that head. The detail here. It does look like a pair of stork. And now I have a little pair of extra scissors. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna carry this around in my bag for use. And look at this. It's like a replica of the one. Well, kinda. Like the shape-wise is very similar to the one on the cover. It's very pretty. At first, I was thinking, when I was thinking of scissors, I was thinking of the scissors that we use for trimming hair. And we probably could use this to trim hair. It's very pretty, and I would definitely have many uses out of this pair of scissors. Very pretty. Until the next gift. Hi, I would like to share with you this gift, the second gift of this book. It is on page 143. By now, Megan have discovered a lot of things about his brother that she never knew about, never saw the side of his brother, and it's really surprising her. And this book has been really good so far. I spent most of today reading it, and I'll probably finish it in the next 2-3 days. If I really put my time to it. And I also liked it where the owner of Once Upon a Book Club, the young adult version, had decided to put the sticky to open this gift, because it has shown up before in a previous scene, but but at this scene, it brought out, by the time the scene started, it had brought out a new meaning to what this gift would mean. I know it sounds like confusing as to what I'm talking about, but if you decided to pick up this book, you'll understand what I mean. Cause she have touched this gift, this item previously, and did not see a vision. Right now, Megan is discovering a lot of stuff about his brother by touching objects that he had previously owned. And in this scene, she had already saw a vision from it, and she's holding on to a piece of him. So I'm gonna start reading this part of the scene from, you see the stickies right here, but I'm gonna start reading, okay, I'll start reading from here. Sure, okay, I mumbled. I've drawn on a black t-shirt and jeans, figuring that would make me as inconspicuous as possible. I reached up to rub Tyler's button, which I still wore on the string around my neck. I still also stashed Tyler's pitted metal marbles in my pocket just to have another little bit of him with us tonight. Nathan and I lapsed into silence. I glanced over at him. He looked different tonight. He set aside his usual retro clothing with all these vivid colors in favor of a denim jacket over a gray sifted hoodie. He took occasional sips from a travel coffee mug that he kept in a coffee holder on the floor. As we drove, the car took on a quiet closeness. The streetlight slid over us, one after the other, and everything outside was hushed and dark. Nathan slung an arm across the back of the bench chair, and I tried to ignore how much this felt like a date. Well, I read the extra paragraph because I felt like it actually concluded the scene a little nicer. And this was right here where it mentioned Tyler's button. Megan actually took this button from a jacket that his brother wears often. So that's where the button came from. And she actually turned it into into a necklace. And by adding a lot of mixed media to it, which she happens to like. She liked to add a lot of mixed media and create collages. So this button actually means a very specific thing to Megan. So I'm about to open this gift to show you what it is. And I believe, as I was reading that scene, it should be a necklace with a button, which I never would have wore one, but I feel like this will be the gift. Okay, coming out. Okay, I was right. So this is a button, but it is made into a choker. I think they could have done a little more to the button, maybe give it a little extra detail to this from the way she was describing it in another scene, but I don't know. It's a choker. I may or may not wear this. I had to figure out what I could pair it with and wear it with. I'm pretty sure I could wear this with a black outfit. It's interesting, and I've really been enjoying the book, and I'll figure out when I'll get a chance to wear this as a choker, or yeah, it looks like more like a choker. So I'll be reading more, and I should be able to open the next gift pretty soon. So that's it. Hi, I'm about to open gift for page 196, and at this point in the story, Megan was confronting someone who stole an object with his brother. And as she was confronting him, she found out a lot of things about his brother that she did not know. And as he was confronting him, they got into a really big argument, and then she is at loss. She don't know what to do. So at this scene, she basically dropped down onto the floor and rumbled in his book bag for a business card of a detective. And I'm gonna read that part of the book, and I'm gonna go into more details as to what I think this gift may be after I read this part, okay? So I'm gonna read it from... You know what? I think I'm gonna start here. And then finish at the bottom of this page. He advanced it on me, close enough that I could smell his gum and aftershave. Those things are rightfully mine, he spit. Tyler and I split everything 50-50. Now that he's gone, it's only fair that stuff should come to me. He looked it up and down and made a sweeping gesture that compassioned all of me. Look at you, you're an infant. Praising around, drawing attention to yourself, to Tyler. He shook his head, grow up, Brown, and back off. He strode away, and I stared after him, shaking and embarrassed and furious. I slammed my fist into his closed locker door. The box was in there, just 2 inches away. 2 inches! And a nice strong crowbar, and possibly explosion. I dropped my backpack to the floor right there in the hallway and dug around until I found my wallet. I pulled out Detective Johnson's business card and gripped it tight. It was time I drew a lot more attention to myself and to Bobby and to exactly what he and Tyler had been up to. I was turning him over to the police. So the sticky was right here by I dropped my backpack. So at first I was like, no way. This is too small to be a backpack. Maybe it's a crossbody? But it definitely would have the business card in there. It will make more sense. So I'm gonna take a moment to open this because I know this is usually pretty tight. And I always struggle opening this part. And I definitely had to take the bow tie off. I'm gonna take it off this way. I don't want to unravel it completely. So I'm gonna take this off, and then I may have a little difficulty pulling this part off without something pushing against it. Okay, let me see. Alright, I'm gonna rip this off and be right back. Okay, I'm back with this unraveled a little more, so it'll be easier for me to pull this out. It does looks like a... Ooh! It is one of those drawstring backpacks. So in a way, it is a backpack because it's a drawstring backpack. So one of those drawstring bags, so it still applies to a backpack. And this is a tribal print kind of thing. I'm not crazy about tribal prints, but this one, I think I may use it for something. Like maybe going to the beach or somewhere small. Okay, and I know there's gonna be a wallet in here because she had to pull out that business card from her wallet. And ta-da! Ooh, this is interesting. This is a lime green. I'm glad it's not like a more of an olive. I'm glad it's more of a lime green because I don't like the olive green at all. So this is passable as like between a lime green and an olive green. It's like in between. I can still accept this kind of green. I used to have a hard time accepting that kind of green. So this is, now I have an extra wallet to use. I have now, since combined with the previous boxes I have gotten and the gifts, this is gonna be my third wallet. Now I'm gonna have a lot of wallets that I could change into. Private investigator. McLean Investigations. Sarah Johnson, private investigator. Wait, I thought that was a detective. I gotta double check the scene. But she said it was Detective Johnson's business card. But now I'm seeing a private investigator business card. Maybe this has something to do with later? More further into the story? I don't know. But this is a private investigator. I'm a little confused as to the business card, but I will find out. Oh, I have a little bit of a string falling out. But I could just trim off this excess string. But okay, this is all that is in this wallet. There's no other business card. So it is a business card, but it is not Detective Johnson's, which is, well, it did say Sarah Johnson, that is the detective, but it's a private investigator. That's a little different from a detective, isn't it? Or maybe that's just another way of them saying detective? It is the detective's name. And they actually have a phone number and an address. I wonder if this place actually exists. Oh, that would be interesting to look up. Alright, and now I have an extra wallet to use. I have a little pack to use. So in a way, this is 2 gifts in 1. Isn't that awesome? That's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna continue reading. I'm like halfway through the book. I actually read a little more. So I will definitely finish this book by this week. And I know my my other boxes are on their way or even there already. So I am gonna say goodnight so I can continue reading. Hi, I'm about to share with you the last gift in this book, and it is on page 250. The packaging is the same as the last gift you saw, and in this section of this part of the story, Megan had found out there is possibly ways to help her from getting all the story from every single object she touched. So she learned from Dr. Brightman that there is actually ways to help make it less painful and less possible for her to continue to feel and see all these stories going on. And in this paragraph, Dr. Brightman is actually gonna give Megan something to help her from seeing all the visions that she sees from touching objects. So I'm gonna start from you know what? I'm gonna start from here. I'm gonna actually start from here. He seemed disappointed but not surprised. I'd hoped it for a different outcome. He rubbed his gloved hands together, but I suppose we should get started. I covered my hands with my sleeve and reached into my backpack for the box. Even through the fabric, it was a jagged bolt of pain out my arm and into my left eye. I dropped it, clutching my aching face. Dr. Brightman made a tuss sound. Tuss. He went to his desk and retrieved a pair of gloves. This was where it was, right at the word pair of gloves. So that's what my guess is a pair of gloves, sealed in a clear plastic bag. To touch that kind of object, you need fabric with a much tighter weave. I ordered these specially. They've never been touched by human hands. Whatever the reason, once the gloves were on, I was able to remove the cigar box and set it on a glass coffee table. So, that is where this scene is. And I believe it will be a pair of gloves. So now this year's winter, I do not need to buy gloves, because I predict there will be gloves. Okay, this is going to be a little more like a struggle like the last gift. I'm going to roll this part off first. And then I'm going to take a moment to open it a little more. It's going to be a struggle. Yes, okay. So let's see if I could take this off without having to put this down first. Ooh, I ripped it a little. You know what? It is really closely put into place. So it was quite hard to pull it apart. But here it is. Ta-da! So I was right. It is a pair of gloves. And let's see how I look in it. I'm gonna wear one of the gloves so we can see how it looks. Ooh, it feels very soft. Okay, let's see if this is the right hand. Nope, this is the other hand. Okay, this is the other one. Ooh, it has a little black bow on it. Pretty cute. It looks like I got the right hand. Yes, this is the right hand. Let's see how I look in it. Yay. It is a little bit long on me. Well, but probably also because I'm not pulling it all the way down. But hey, it's tech savvy now. They have the patch so I could actually still scroll on my phone with it. So now I have a new pair of winter gloves. Perfect. And that concludes all the gifts from this book. I am only maybe 20 pages away from finishing it, so I will finish it tomorrow. And so far, I really, really like the story, and I've finished this book pretty quickly, probably like a week and a half. I probably took like a week and a half to read it because I really enjoyed the story. And I do feel bad for Megan for experiencing it. But there's sometimes in life, there are some things that we gotta experience. And I hope I don't have to experience those kind of life and death kind of things with my family member. But it's been a really good read. And that's it. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Good night.